So Bad Bunny performed at the Super Bowl yesterday, and it honestly felt like ever since it was announced, it had more hype and momentum than the actual game itself. And look, that's not really new. I mean, ever since Apple and Jay-Z got involved, I mean, the NFL has really been pushing this halftime show for the past few years. Because people tune in for this halftime show. They tune in just for the commercials. They tune in just for the celebrities. And a huge chunk of the loudest opinions around the halftime show is usually people who don't even watch football. They just tune in for the Super Bowl. Now, I understand the NFL's motive here. It's a smart business move. They're trying to get in all these international fans. They're trying to get all these non-football fans, these casual fans. They want to get people who normally do not care about football to tune in. And from a marketing standpoint, it's genius. Now, I know of Bad Bunny. I'm 23 years old. I grew up in a town that had a high Puerto Rican population. I'm a huge boxing fan, so if you know anything about boxing, they have a lot of Puerto Rican boxers, historic Puerto Rican boxers in it. And I also like his one song, Shamba, I think it's called. Watching WWE when he came out to that in Puerto Rico, it was awesome. I mean, the pop of the crowd was awesome, so I think that was a pretty cool song that he has. But I personally just don't really care who performs at halftime. I mean, there's some historic halftime shows. I always like the U2 one, Who, when they played for Saints and the Colts. Of course, Bruce Springsteen. Prince was known to have one of the best halftime shows ever. Michael Jackson, Coldplay. I liked Eminem, Snoop Dogg, and Dr. Dre as well. But these past two halftime shows, it just really feels like it's so much a concert with a little side of football compared to football with a side of a concert, right? It feels like the focus is so much on these concerts. Now, with this actual halftime performance, I thought the production was pretty solid. The cameramen were fantastic. I thought it was well structured. There was some hidden meanings. We saw that wedding, which I thought was pretty cool. That part was okay. As for the music, meh. I mean, I couldn't understand it, but I don't really say I have too much of an opinion on it. I usually use the halftime show to use the bathroom, make food, so I can't really complain too much about the halftime show. But what really stood out to me wasn't so much the performance, it was the reaction from people outside of it. The amount of hate and the division building up to this and then after, during, you name it, was just ridiculous. Turning Point doing an alternate broadcast, that was a bit corny. But if they want to have an inclusive broadcast, go for it. I mean, there's been alternate broadcast for a while. I mean, people think this is some new racist motive from Turning Point. Alternate broadcasts have usually always existed. And all the conservatives going to X bashing it, just not a good look. Trump writing a whole essay on Truth Social complaining just makes this all worse. We gotta stop being grumpy over everything. Now, this is common sense, and I'm sure both sides could agree that Trump would just be so much more likable if he just kept his mouth shut. I'm assuming a majority of liberals really just don't like Trump because of his mouth. I mean, from 2016 to 2024, everybody just hated him because of his personality. And let me tell you, I understand. But on the flip side, calling somebody a racist or a white supremacist because they wanted an English-speaking artist at America's biggest sporting event, or they just prefer different music, right? Country, rock, is a bit crazy as well. It's not racist for a 70-year-old grandma who watched football her whole life to prefer just an English-speaking singer, preferably rock, preferably country, knowing a 7-year-old grandma, maybe some jazz, I don't know. But it's not racist. It's not crazy to say that. All right, I don't think it's that crazy of a criticism. I don't think it's fair either to just attack these people because they prefer this or that. It's okay to have different music tastes. What's even more ironic is the same people screaming, racism at these people who criticize the performance, who criticize the selection, even though it wasn't just white people. I saw a lot of black people criticizing as well. People were saying that, oh yeah, I'm Mexican, I'm Puerto Rican, I couldn't even understand it either. I mean, this is what people were saying. But all the people who are offended by Bad Bunny criticism are the same people sharing and praising the political messages that Bad Bunny displayed during the show. The only thing more powerful than hate is love. Listen, that's great. I agree. But do you think people are actually following that? No. They're sharing that to their Instagram story, but then they're going to go ahead and call white people unseasoned and uncultured if they say, yeah, I didn't really prefer it. I didn't really like it. I prefer Turning Point's alternate broadcast. I didn't understand what he's saying, this and that, right? The same people saying, stop racism, unite, or bashing white people for having a preference. A problem that we have in our country now is just people want to see reactions from the other side. They want to anger people. For conservatives, it's always about owning the libs, which is corny. For liberals, it's always about angering MAGA. They want things to happen to piss off the other side. They were looking forward to this halftime show because they know it would anger a big chunk of conservatives. It didn't anger me. I don't really care. What angered me was the outrage and the reactions from the people outside of the performance, but the performance itself, Bad Bunny, I really did not care. But it's just a shame that everything needs to be a cultural war nowadays. And the media loves it. I mean, the media loves that all this is happening so they can report on it. I'm following pages that never even post about Bad Bunny and football, and they're posting all over. Has hundreds, thousands of comments, just hateful stuff. Both sides, conservatives hating it. Maybe you're not even conservative. You don't have to be conservative to not like Bad Bunny. So we got to get out of the way. people were defending Bad Bunny, making fun of white people, calling them unseasoned. A lot of Mayo comments I saw. It's just a bit ridiculous. Now, it's nothing really new to me. But for a decade now, our country feels like really permanently divided. And the media, social media especially, I mean, it's just been bad. Everyone's doom scrolling. Everybody feels like they have the right opinion. I'm not saying I have the right opinion. I'm just really venting because I could. This video probably won't even get 50 to 100 views, but I just feel like ranting because I want to. But social media, all this doom scrolling, all this attachment to it, everybody is in their own bubbles. They can hide behind a screen. Just what you deal with now, and it's a big problem for all this. Instead of being normal and allowing people to disagree, which we had maybe a decade ago, everything's framed as moral failure and bigotry. You're either on the right side or you're the enemy. That's just how it is nowadays, and that's just not healthy. It's not healthy for you, not healthy for me, not healthy for our country. Like I said, I'm really just ranting. I don't expect this video to blow up. I'm not looking to change the world. I just wanted to get off my chest. But if you are watching, I ask you to just think about all these issues that we have, understand how divided we are and the people behind it. And it isn't just one side. It's not just the liberals. I'll admit, it's not just conservatives. Conservatives, I'll say, maybe even started this culture war with this specifically, with this Bad Bunny situation specifically. We gotta stop being grumps. I mean, it's hard to get this youth vote. It's hard to, get people to get on your side when, you're taking these 80-20 issues with this. Listen, who cares? Bad Bunny doesn't speak English. Who cares? You don't like Bad Bunny. Then don't watch the Super Bowl. Have the alternate broadcast. And that's the thing. So many people flaming the alternate broadcast. Is it really a radical thing to say if you enjoyed watching Bad Bunny, great, and if you enjoyed watching the alternate broadcast, also great? Who cares? None of this matters. We're all going back to work. We're looking forward to our next paycheck. Who really cares, right? It's just crazy how much hate there is. The same people, once again, sharing these political messages that we need to love, not be divided, or same people bashing the Turning Point USA alternate broadcast. That's just how it is. But our country been divided really bad for the past decade now. I don't see it getting better. It's a shame. But listen, if you like the Bad Bunny halftime show, that's great. I didn't think it was bad, but don't be hating. That's it. Stop trying to start arguments with everybody. That's just what I think. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. If you're even still watching, I'd appreciate if you left a like and subscribe, guys. I'd really appreciate it. God bless, guys. I'm out. Peace.